Hello, welcome back to Mental Health-ish podcast. I'm super excited because I'm actually recording today's episode at home in my home studio, I guess you could say. I have my little setup going. I'm sitting in my office, so this is super cool. And so I'm going to record this and see about uploading it onto the Mental Health-ish YouTube. I have had people request video podcast episodes, and so maybe this will be something new that I could try. I don't know. We'll see, right, how it goes. But anywho, it has been a very cold and rainy week. I think last week it rained like 3 days out of the week, and today it's like super, super freezing outside. I just went to pick up Emma from school, and the wind was literally ice cold. Literally ice cold. So I know it's expected to rain the next 3 days. So I know it's going to be freezing once again. But yeah, I had an interesting week at work last week because I love the rain, number one. I'm a rainy day girl. And so I was at work and it was raining. And so I decided to go sit outside in the courtyard and just kind of listen to the rain and watch the rain. And I literally sat out there for like an hour and a half, just hanging out, like just taking a break, admiring the rain sounds, getting some, water on my face, like when it was drizzling. Oh no, I was not standing in a heavy downpour of rain. No, but I was walking, a little bit in the drizzle, and then it started raining more. And I was started to think about like, why does this bring me so much peace? Like just rainy days. Like rainy days bring me so much peace. And I know it's different for everyone. I know there are people that can't stand the rain and they hate it. But if you're like me, like rainy days kind of bring these like cozy type of vibes. So I was trying to figure out like why do I like the rain, and I low key started feeling like a little nostalgic and remembering like rainy days growing up. And so rainy days, number one, did not change anything for me personally, like in my day to day growing up, because I never had an umbrella. I never had rain jackets. Like, I don't know. I know we didn't have smartphones back then to where like we could check the weather app, like what's the weather going to be like tomorrow type thing, or like, so in order for you to know the weather, I feel like you had to watch the news. And obviously, like growing up, like we're kids, we're teenagers, like we're not sitting down and watching the news, right, to know what the weather's going to be like. So I feel like the weather was literally unpredictable growing up, right? So yeah, I never had any rain jackets, I never had umbrellas, nothing. And I started having like rainy day memories growing up. So like my hair is like kind of wavy slash curly if I really like style it and put products in it and all that. But nowadays I just like straighten it and blow dry it. But my original hair, or my hair, is wavy. So I remember I used to love rainy days, but then at the same time I used to like low key not like them, because if you have curly wavy hair, you know that any type of humidity or like wetting your hair is gonna make it frizzy, is gonna make it puffy, as I would say. And so I remember always like knowing that I was gonna have a bad hair day whenever it was gonna be a rainy day. And I would always tell people like my hair's gonna get puffy. And so, but either way, I still love the rain, right? But that was just like an interesting memory that came up, was just feeling, I don't want to say embarrassed, but just kind of feeling nervous about like my hair getting puffy in the rain. Another thing was like once I hit high school, I always walked home from school. So I was never picked up from school. So I always made my way home with usually friends. Like we would walk home together. And I remember this one particular rainy day, it was pouring rain. It was pouring rain. And I remember there was a little fair that they set up like at the corner of where I lived. And they did not care that it was raining. They did not care. Those carnivals and like things in the hood, I guess you could say, like, I don't know if it's the same now, but back then, like, people didn't care. Like, rain is not gonna stop you from, making money or just, it was business as usual. So I remember there was like a little fair, and I was walking home with like a couple of friends, and we went to the fair in the rain. We had no sweaters, we had no jackets, no umbrellas, and we just went to the fair and we got on rides and everything in the rain. It was pouring down on us. I was soaked wet. My hair was extremely puffy and curly at that point. And so that was just like another memory that came up as I was like sitting in the rain, like watching the rain. I was like, oh, okay. Like, do you guys ever get nostalgic and just start remembering random things from like your past or from your childhood? Like when you're doing things, like I feel like I get nostalgic so much. And yeah, like I was just thinking about those things. And speaking of nostalgia, I had like this super cute thing happen with Emma. Emma is now 8 years old, so I feel like she's getting at that age where she's not completely like a teenager, but she's also not a baby anymore, right? She's also not a toddler, she's not a kid. Like she's kind of in this very like interesting age where gosh, like even she's starting to get nostalgic and she's only 8 years old. So I thought that was really cute. We were driving to Knott's last week, and we were in the car listening to music, and me and Emma always have a good time. Like whether we're in the car, wherever we're at, like we have a good time. Like we're happy. Like we just, so we're listening to music, and I forgot what song was playing, so I don't think it was related to the song. It might have been, I don't know. But I turn around and look at her, and she's kind of just in deep thought, like looking out the window. And then I hear her say, like kind of in a low tone of voice, she's like I'm about to cry right now. And I was like, what? Like, why are you about to cry? I was like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm okay, but I feel like I'm just growing up so fast and I'm not a baby anymore. And she was in her feelings about that. I was like, oh my gosh, like you're only 8, but can you believe that she was having her own little nostalgia moment? And she was just like, I miss being a baby and I'm growing up. And I'm like, it's okay, baby. I'm like, it's okay. Like, you're still always going to be my baby. I'm always going to love you. Like, it's okay. Like, we all grow up. So I'm like, having that little pep talk with her and like trying to make her feel better. And at some point, like I like reached over and like touched her cheek or something. I'm like, it's okay, and like her shoulder and like comforting her. And she literally like turns around and she's like, if you touch me one more time, I'm gonna bite you. And I was like, so that's just like a picture, right? Of like the things to come. I hope not, but the things to come. I mean, and it's normal, even if it does. It's just the changes in hormones, right? As kids grow up, as my little girl becomes a teenager and then an adult, like it's just gonna be an emotional roller coaster. And I honestly feel kind of excited and just like ready for it. I feel like as she's gotten older, it's just been fun. And if you guys have kids this age, I'm sure you guys can relate. They're independent, but at the same time, they still like hanging out with you. And so that's been really fun. Like we have a lot of fun together, even if it's just watching TV or coloring or whatnot. But I thought that was cute and I thought that was interesting. Like really interesting and adorable. But anywho, on another topic, I think slowing down. Slowing down is important. And time goes by so fast. And I think I've talked about this before, but learning to slow down and really appreciate the moment is so important, because next thing you know, your kid is 8 and having nostalgic moments. No, but for real. I think slowing down has been like a big thing for me this week, in all sense of the word, like physically and then mentally, and things that I do. I'm really trying to take my time with things and slow down and do things my own way without comparing myself to what other people are doing. And even like right now, I'm kind of thinking about going to the gym, but I'm kind of unsure because the type of, and I'll tell you guys how this relates. Like last week, I went to the gym. I think I haven't been to the gym in a week because the last time I went was on Tuesday. And if you guys follow my Instagram stories, I go to like this very high intensity boot camp classes type gym. And so years ago when Emma was a baby, I would go to the gym a lot, and I got in shape, and I was really strong, and I would go crazy at the gym. But now as I've gotten older, I think just I need to slow down. And if you're in the same boat, remember to take care of your body, because it's your body. So if you get injured, like you're the one that's going to have to be in your body, and you're the one that's going to have to take care of whatever injury it is. But anywho, I went to the gym last Tuesday and it was leg day, and these classes are super intense. And so they have you doing all sorts of exercises with dumbbells and kettlebells and squats, squat jumps, lunges. Like it's just over the top, like high intensity HIIT classes. And so anyhow, I ended up injuring my back with one of the exercises. I think it was a kettlebell deadlift, if I want to, yeah, a kettlebell deadlift. So anywho, at the time, like the kettlebell didn't feel heavy, but as I kept doing the exercise, my back started to hurt. So now thinking back, I was like, although it's not heavy for me and I know I'm strong and I could do it, like my legs are strong, like sometimes you just have to slow down and get a lighter weight. Like it's gonna be okay. Like who cares what other people are doing? And I'm not saying that I did it because other people were watching me, because trust me, like I really could care less what other people think of me, like literally. But yeah, just but if that's something that you experience at the gym, right? It's like other people looking at you, or I don't know. But the whole point is like just learning to listen to your body and slowing down when you are feeling like something's wrong. So like my back was hurting, I pushed through it, and then I ended up being injured the whole week. So this whole past week, my back was just like, and I think it's like my back slash sciatic nerve, like on my right side. It was hurting so bad. I literally couldn't walk. I couldn't really move that much. I pushed through, obviously. I went to work and everything, but it hurt so bad. And because of that, I wasn't able to go to the gym the rest of the week. I wasn't able to go for a run. And so it was actually less helpful to push through the exercise than to just slow down, because then that affected me the rest of the week. So yeah, lesson learned, lesson learned. But today I'm kind of contemplating, like, should I go to the gym? Should I not? I kind of feel like going and just like maybe taking it slow, maybe like just doing some light weights, not being pressured into doing like anything too heavy. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, maybe I should just go for a little walk or jog, because I'm kind of feeling better today. So, but anywho, guys, remember to listen to your body and slow down, and don't compare yourself to what other people are doing at the gym. Follow your own journey and take things at your own pace, and don't injure yourself. Don't injure yourself trying to get to your goals, at a faster rate, because that's actually going to end up slowing you down eventually at some point. So take your time, listen to your body. You're the expert of your body. And the same thing goes with other things, right? Like slow down and enjoy the moment in the present. And yeah, I think that's the theme for me, right? Is slowing down. Because then your kid's I'm going back to Emma. Then your kid's gonna be 8 and she's gonna be saying things like, what the Sigma? Like, what does that even mean? Like, she'll just randomly say these things now. And I'm just like, I think it's cute and I laugh. And then at the same time, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, you're like growing up. But anywho, guys, thank you guys for listening to this episode. Let me know if you relate to anything that I shared today. I'm keeping these episodes really short and really cute, really quick. And so if you're able to go listen to any of my past episodes, thank you. And remember to subscribe and share with anyone that you think this might be helpful for. Some of my past episodes are a little longer, but they're good. Like, I have people that had come on to share their expertise on different topics and different things. And I also will be creating longer episodes too with guests. So remember to check out my website, mentalhealthish.com. I actually just posted a new blog this past week, and it's a really interesting blog. And so if you haven't looked at it, go check it out. It talks a lot about birthdays and like trauma, trauma and birthdays. If that kind of interests you, go check it out. It's at mentalhealthish.com. And yeah, let me get out of here. Let me go to the gym and get a little workout in. But thank you for listening if you listened up to this point. And if you want to check out video episodes in the future, or maybe even this one, go check out Mental Healthish on YouTube. But yeah, thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching my video. Remember to like and